Hi students, how are you doing today? Hope the last class was all well on image management and other related skills that you've been learning in this journey in work from home or class from home, whatever you would like to call it. I believe most of the students are also practicing their image management and other skills that was requested or spoken in the last class is being put to practice. So today we will understand how your emotions, which is an integral part of a human self, can be used for getting a job or clearing a interview rather. How to nail an interview by using your emotional skills. So emotion is something which is very important, that we live with it and we are born with it and we just cannot avoid it. Only thing we can do is manage it. Before we use emotions to clear an interview, let me explain you what is emotional management, which you have to now put in your shoulders and don it yourselves. Last class you understood how image can be used, right, for your success. So, emotions are those feelings we would like to call that exist within our minds. So, when we interact with other human beings through words, etiquettes like body languages, automatically the color, the perception, and the shadow of the other person forms in your central nervous system and it goes to your sensory organs and blood, and you can feel about another person, right? So as I speak now, my sound energy is getting translated to you. You can see my self, which is getting seen by you, and you are getting that energy from me. So in an interview there is an interplay of energy, physics, right? Very important subject, because management, end of the day, is also a science. Business is also a science. Communication is also science. Getting a job or clearing an interview is also science, because one cannot predict with accuracy whether the offer will be given by the other party to another. It all depends on the psychological interplay, where how one party is using the skills like image development, image management, to convince the other party that he or she can add some value to the employer and thus gain the offer letter. Now, how are you going to convince the recruiter from your emotional skills? Let us say you cleared your personal interview. Let us say you cleared your aptitude test. Let us say you cleared your group discussion and all these rounds. Now you have the final from the HR, right, or the business manager to see about you as a person. Now, let's go emotions one by one, for which you are answerable to the emotion which I tell you. So, because everybody's emotion at that given moment of time are different. Even if it is same, emotion seems to drift away at a later stage. Okay? So the first important emotion for a human being is acceptance. So once you talk to somebody, get me the tea, you got the tea, it's accepted, right? So I wanted to do BBA, took an enrollment. Yes, you are a student, you are accepted. COVID 19 happened, Corona came, you denied initially, and now it is reality and you accept it, right? The second emotion is called as affection. Affection is an emotion that everybody wants to be getting some kind of, okay, I am alive, I am available, I am there. Somebody acknowledges, okay, thanks for being here. Okay, good to have you here. That is kind of an affection everybody expects from everybody. So acceptance, affections are over. Third one is amusement. So every time you have been amused by something, right? You see anything in the commercial world outside in the shop, you need it. You see a new Reebok or Adidas shoes, you are amused that someday or the other I too have to use it. So before I go forward, these emotions in the human body or within us in our central nervous system is both positive emotions and negative emotions. A emotion manager before going to interview, which will add value or he will be successful in an interview, is that he must be able to manage these emotions before any bad thing that's going to happen out of negative emotion, or anything that can happen. Even positive emotions can also cause anything bad. For example, if you're amused in driving, you go and hit somebody, it's a negative thing, right? So the positive negative interplay of emotion that keep fooling you around, you must be able to manage it as to what actual the reality is that is been seen or experienced and felt by you. Now the fourth important emotion is anger. My friends, in an interview, you have to have a lot of patience, which is also an emotion, as per me. So, you just cannot conclude or zero in that this is not happening and lose cool. So, anger management is a very important skill management attempt which you all students have to undertake, so that you become a flat emotion guy or a girl, so that whatever may be the situation, that you must be able to take it. Okay, for example, pilot or air hostess, they have to keep on smiling every time, even if the customers are angry, because pilot is the last person know if anything is wrong in the aeroplane. Okay, so anger, manage your anger, never get angry easily. Okay, you have to manage it. Now the fifth one is angst. Angst is something that your anger doesn't come out immediately, but it floats around inside you, that wherever you go, your face will have a angst look, that I'm like, this is not good. So in a business, whatever may be the outcome of the deal, you should have a smiling face, just like air hostess, because you have to move on. Life is all about moving on in spite of the tragedies or the negative experience, or you are unhappy with the family situation or the society as a whole. Your emotions should drive you to proceed forward. Okay, so managing that or boosting your self conscience to move further with your emotions is the challenge that you all have to take it. The other emotion I can see is anguish. Anguish is one step after angst, that from your anger level, you know that you can't do anything, and you are still in the angry state in a helpless way, right? So anguish is like a mixture of shock. Then the other emotion is called as annoyance. So you don't like people sometimes because their behavior may not bother you, or they somebody may hurt you, your personality, or which you have stopped talking to someone over a long time. So these are all the things you must have experienced right from your school days, and also now it's been going on in college. But when you show yourself in interview table, you must be able to put all this emotion backside of your mind, and in front of your eyes you should have a pleasant smile, and the focus should be is how to convince the interviewer. Okay, then other emotion I can see is anticipation. So you are always anticipating what next. So even in an interview process or campus placement, you have to keep on anticipating, but an anticipation should also followed by your attempt or effort or work. You have to work towards it, or there should be some action, so that this emotion of anticipation creates some results. Okay, then you have anxiety. I just don't want to talk about it. Anxiety is a purely a negative emotion. I don't know how many people are anxious, but you have to control it either through focusing on your hobby, or meditation. Sometimes you have to control your mind, because your mind keeps on throwing you those thoughts every second until you sleep. All right, sometimes anxiety is so high that you unable to sleep as well. but in an interview you have to control your anxiety. Okay, so always have any some good drink like glucose or some good juice, so that your anxiety levels are kept in flattened mode. The other emotion I can see is apathy. Apathy is an emotion that you feel that nobody has taken a note of you, or you are taken for granted. Okay, it's a common emotion, but you can make it up by approaching that person who took you for granted and ask him why. Then boredom, right? Some people I have seen in my experience that they wait for interview, and the interview turns out to be late, and they get bored and leave the interview venue. No, again, patience is the virtue you have to develop. So patience is self control on one's mind, heart and feelings, and focusing on the present. Full stop. Present. Focus on the present. No other thoughts on your mind. Complete focus on what is going to happen, and patiently waiting. So sometimes you have waited for passport queue in Indian bureaucratic system, right? If you wanted to do your birth certificate, if you go to city corporation, you have to queue. So most of the Indian economical offices or government offices or public administered organization, queue system is still there. So you have to live with it. Then you have this contempt as another is emotion. Contempt is that no, that's kind of an emotion. So I am reading these emotions out to you, that you try to relate whether these emotions mean something to you. If it doesn't mean something to you, no problem, leave it, but you focus on those emotions that actually mean to you and try to work over it, because end of the time you have to put to ensure that these emotions are not exposed openly to the interviewer. For the interview you have to only show to the positive emotions. So what is positive emotions? Happiness, right? Joy, smiling, or focus, or these are all the kind of some emotions which you can put in front of the interview. Again, disappointment, negative emotions, disgust, embarrassment. Yeah, business embarrassment is are always there. If the deal doesn't go through, if you didn't make up clear the interview, so these are the certain kind of emotions that will run over you. But you should be focused and you shouldn't be deterred, but you should keep going forward to ensure that yes, I can and I will, until you get your dream offer. My dear students, in this emotional skill development class, I appeal to everyone to develop your dream job, your dream company, your dream career in the college campus, because now you have enormous amount of time in your hands. As you grow old and come to the final semester, there wouldn't be this much time to think about on these terms. So please focus on which company you're gonna work. So have a dream company. I want to work in, let's say, Ashok Leyland. That was my dream. So I want to work in, let us say, Apple, right? So please have a ambition, set realistic expectation, have a role model. So when you start structuring all this expectation, ambition, role model, image, you are trying to appeal to your emotions and self understand how you can boost yourself to also be too successful to the situation that you have already trained and as per your role model. Okay, then you have frustration as an emotion, then guilt, grief, horror. You see accident, bleeding people, you feel horror. But for people who are in healthcare, right, first responders, seeing that much blood is common for them. Any panic situations they've got to see, they have to make it through. Because in any business, for example, let us take, if you are working in logistics and supply chain, port management, the load which the crane carries cuts and there is a occupational hazard. So when emotions are running high even in workplace, so emotion is everywhere. It is the interplay. It is your belief. It is your thoughts. At that moment of time when you do interview for your employment, these emotions circle around you, circle around the interviewer, and these emotions trade themselves between you and interviewer. At that moment of time, Your sixth sensically, you must be able to control it and convince the interviewer that yes, I am fit for this job. You must be able to make a sale. A client meeting or an interview end of the day is a sales process. Whether you are a finance, HR, operations, marketing, doesn't matter. You have to try to sell yourself in an interview, in employment interview. So selling skills is absolutely essential. Once you come to the college, I want everyone to sell me a pen. A very good thought. Now if somebody asks me, can you sell this pen to me, all of a sudden you are in shock, your emotions just come in, right? So emotion, it's called as emotional attack. But if you are prepared, as I told you, by having an ambition, having a role model, having a suitable workaround, having a image management and development analysis done about you, like SWOT analysis, my dear students. You can do a SWOT analysis. What are your strengths? What is your weakness? What are the opportunities you see as a student and how you can make good about it? What are the threats? What is your fears? What are your fears? Right, very important. Where do you get shock or annoyed? Which is your comfortable zone? Which is your uncomfortable zone? Can you survive in uncomfortable zone? So you have your likings and dislikings, you have your taste and preferences. As you get to the common world where these are conflicted of each other, but still people try to have a general consensus and keep forward, and that's how the market, that's how the industry functions and how the world rotates or the country runs. Okay, now coming back to this pen, I want everyone to sell this pen to me once you come back to the campus. Now if you ask me how can you sell this pen, I can give a very good point. I will deliver this pen to you free, shipping free, and it's only 5 rupees, something like that. But this was an example. But if this pen has to be well made, okay. Sometimes in selling, marketing will be there. Marketing in the sense is before selling, meaning people advertise, people publicize, people promote, people are aware that such a product is coming. Similarly, in a campus interview or the college is arranging interviews, the college placement officer is telling you that this is the company. So marketing is automatically taken place. Now, what matters in your hand is to close the sale. So you shouldn't be a salesman only talking, but you are not able to convince. Closing of a sales means after the marketing has been completed or done, the salesperson has to close or convince the person to invest or to buy that product. That can be done by telling about the benefits and value add to the end guy. That if you are hiring me to your company, I can add value to your sales, I can be an influencer to the team. So these points are selling points. So everyone should develop what are your selling points, because these things are essential for you while you apply for internship, as well as your survival and sustainability in the interview company. If your attitude or behavior is not so cool with the company, they'll kick you out or they will cancel your internship and they're gonna tell it to the college. And you know, that's a black mark again on your image. So try to be emotionally stable, use positive emotions and work on your emotions every day, and try to convince close. Okay, tell it well to sell it well. So you have to be a solid communicator to send a message to the receiver that what are your points and how you are and what is so good about you, why you can be a super asset to the company. All right, so I think I'll also read out some other emotions which you should work around. Empathy, seeing things from other person's background. Gratitude, greed, hostility, humiliation, shame, guilt, repentance, surprise, trust, wonder, worry, pity, lust, jealousy, joy, kindness, depression. Seek help if you are depressed, okay? It's not only you, you are not alone. Talk to people, talk to me. So, anyone, I hope, are not, right? Do your hobbies, take a break for 15 minutes, 1 hour, disconnect sometimes from the actual world and be yourself on your own, right? So, certain emotions, my dear friends, can just seep it in like water. It just can't get out. It needs a lot of practice to put it out, okay, as you grow older and older. But certain other emotions, which I said, can be easily managed through meditation, through practice. So every day, go to a mirror or a video which can look at you and talk to the video, talk yourself in the mirror, get the confidence on words, get power on your sentences so that you can easily convince the other party why you are the best. Okay, you should be the best. So in a interview or employability, emotions which I mentioned plays a very crucial role. So please use these emotional skills to unify it and convince the interviewer, and also be an expert sales closer. You have to close a deal whenever you have a meeting. Remember that. You leave out of the table only once you are given a handshake by the interviewer. Until then, you are going to pursue your recruiter. Okay. So that should be the attitude, my dear friends, in employability. So I wish you will don it in your shoulders. So with this explanation of emotional skills and selling skills, I wind up today's class of employability on emotional skills. So I request you to once again go through the list of emotions which human beings can feel, right, and try to win over it for a successful professional life. Because in outside world or professional world, it's all about rolling. It is all about going forward. Somebody is ill, take a leave. Somebody is passed away, mourn and move. Right? The people have to move. That's the only thing. Okay. So if you, the day you stop moving, that's gonna end everything. So keep moving and change yourselves today. So have a good day and see you soon in the college. Bye bye.